Yo, guys, you guys having a great day so far? I was out today. Okay, I was out for a bit. 2 seconds, guys. I got some work stuff still up. We gotta make sure I get rid of that. Oh man. Ah. Wait, this isn't Joshua Strike? Wait. Oh, they probably said it on fucking YouTube. No, we're not having Josh and Strike today. Holy shit. That's why I didn't do Friday Night Josh and Strike, okay? Because I didn't know when I was coming back home. Like, I really fucking didn't. I was like sitting there going like, shit, when do I come back home today? Okay, what we got today? Geez, a lot of people doing 8s. What's the fucking affixes this week? Raging, Afflicted, and Fortified. Like, say you have 10, that's right, so it'll be Afflicted. I don't know how Afflicted works, but we'll find out. I got more DPS. Oh, what have you been up to today, man? Anything much? None of the usual Mythic Pluses are doing anything today, are they? Who's online that I usually get Mythic Pluses off? Well, no, yeah, I think they're all... Let's see. Nah, this person already got theirs. Daedra is pretty awesome. He's already doing, he's doing Thunderbolt sort of thing. Okay, cool. Work, same old, same old. Yeah, we had a end of financial year party. We haven't had it like a long time. Like, we've been putting it off for a bit, like bit by bit, and we finally had it, obviously, this weekend. Olympics waiting room. I haven't been really too much into Olympics. I got fucking Path of Exile tomorrow, by the way. If you don't know, Path of Exile, the league starts tomorrow. So I got that all done. So yeah. You know, the annoying part is I got those boots. See those 515 boots? I got those boots. And then in the chest, oh shit. In the chest, I get 519 boots. In the best stats. Which annoys me so much. So yeah. I got this today as well. This is actually really, really good for me. So we're doing Halls of Infusion, so we're going to tier hold, which is up here. So if you don't know, WoW's changed a lot. So they released a pre-patch update. So a lot has changed, basically. Like, for example, like, all the icons and shit have changed. So yeah. And all the quest log stuff has changed as well. Am I in the American group? Seems like it, given how slow it reacted. Yeah, an NA group. Okay, cool. You can tell here, if you can see the bottom right corner, it tells you like what the MS is. And MS 130 is generally American. So basically the instance I'm going to, Halls of Infusion, which is... Halls of Infusion is one of the shit ones, to be honest. Is in that area. Oh crap, I have to be careful of the finger. Okay, so this is like a story quest. These guys like rescue tier, basically. There you go. So pretty much this guy, so he's been dead for like 10,000 years in WoW time. And he's just been basically just chilling now. Like, he's just been chilling. And I'm wondering, like, why he's not talking anymore. And he's just like, bro, like, I don't feel like I don't have any place in this world kind of thing. This instance is fucking annoying, just an FYI. All the bosses are just annoying, okay? Let's just put it that way. Like, the bosses are just legitimately annoying. But it should be fun. Well, have I got potions and stuff like that? Yeah, I do. Awesome. So yeah, if you don't know, like, my class is like full on ADHD, okay? Like, I'm not meaning it to be nasty or anything like that. It is full ADHD, okay? Like, my class relies a lot on movement, so I'm just gonna be doing this and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be mashing buttons, so you're gonna hear me mash buttons and whatnot, okay? It is a very, very, like, movement heavy class. To be fair, I actually gotta check if the specs have changed for Havoc. Because for Vengeance, which is the tanking spec, got nerfed very hard. So I've got to see if they've changed it for the War Within, like the talent pool, or if the talent pool's just pretty much the same. Nuts. It is actually the same. Which is the Oh, is it the same? Let's see. I think it is the same, yeah, it is. That's Demon Hunter tree. Yeah, and Havoc's pretty much the same, right? Yeah, it is. So I've got to start on my right. That's what I'm just checking. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. No Upline Fury, no Isolated Pro. Yep. Easy. Oh shit, that guy. Oh fuck. That guy's a bang. Oh, I'm in a Brazilian group. Okay, that's why it's really bad. I think it's not that bad though. I think they fixed it. Someone actually, I remember people complaining about it. That on what happened with Brazilian servers is that if you are OCE and basically they join your group, they would get 400 MS, okay? And if you had the other way around, we get 400 MS. So I think they've done it now where everyone just connects to the US servers, so everyone gets 200 MS each. So it used to be like borderline fucking unplayable if you were playing with a Brazilian group. So like what people did, like the Brazilians listed up as Brazil and Oceanic listed as Oceanic. So like they wouldn't join each other's groups. And also Australians and Brazilians just didn't like each other, okay? Like if they saw Barthless or Frostmourne, the Brazilians would just kick him out immediately. And vice versa if they saw Azralon and Ragnaros. So their Brazilian servers basically see Azralon, Ragnaros, they'll just kick him out right away. Okay, cool. Should I go check? Do I need these? Is the stats still the same for... Well, given the talents are still the same, surely the stats are still the same for Demon Hunters. Yeah, still crit mastery. Yep. Back in the day for Demon Hunters in particular, like Demon Hunter's best stats used to be haste versatility, because crit and mastery were just so trash. Like they didn't provide any benefit, like any other than doing 2 times damage for crit, and other than extra movement speed and chaos damage, which Demon Hunter's main source of damage was not chaos damage. It didn't do too much. So yeah. So what happened is that they buffed mastery. So what they introduced is that by any means necessary, increases all the different damages that the mastery gives. Okay, so like basically everything, all the damage you do, like shadow damage and stuff like that, is just converted to chaos damage. And it increases the damage as well, and that made mastery actually be good. So yeah. And also crit, there's a reason why crit's very good now. It's one of the specs that makes crit very, very good. That guy, okay, cool. I've never done Afflicted before, so Afflicted's gonna be a lot different, but I'm very sure it's to do with cleansing, and I can't cleanse as a Demon Hunter. Oh shit, that guy did not start very well. Oh, it's fortified as well, so I gotta be very, very careful. If I'm looking for a rifle, who do you bring in? I don't know. A lot of people you can bring in. God, that tank I'm not sure what happened to that tank there. But I don't know how to get that. Because you got Harbor out, don't you? Ah, shit. I'm gonna say you gotta pick up Super or Slimy at this stage. Like, either one of them. Like, you can't go wrong with either one of them, putting them in. If you want to get someone, like, on short notice. Like, that would be very, very good. Oh, God damn it. This homie, man. This tank. He's... Oh, God. If we're gonna fail this run, it could be because of him. Oh, shit. Didn't get it. Oh, alright, Sharp got it though. Okay, so Afflicted. Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'd say you might as well get one of the Mind Freak boys in. Because, like, you can't really go wrong with either of them. Both of them are fairly good. If they're looking for a team still. It's gonna be depending on which one you want to bring in, though. Like, what sort of role clashes and whatnot. Like, just go look for a few demos. Like, I guess your players will know as well. Check who conflicts the less. Like conflicts the less in particular, and then pick that person up. It's gonna be rough end of the stick for, like, either, you know, the one of the others, but, like, you know, it's something you gotta make. Like, just a quick call on that one. It's annoying losing an IGL as well. You know what I should do? I should ask Hydrax, am I just being too harsh on these guys? You gonna be watching ESL Challenger Quals? Tuesday I usually get burritos with my mum, but obviously I've been delaying that to cast ECL. But I will definitely be watching it on Tuesday when I get home from that. And because that's usually, like, basically, you know, I never do Tuesday stuff in particular, other than if the games were on. So I just moved that to Wednesday, basically. But I can't move the next week's stuff to Wednesday because the second half is on Wednesday as well. But yes, I'll be at least, like, watching the other games. I don't think my laptop, the one I use at my mom's house, is good enough to stream off anyway. Oh yeah, we'll see what happens in those crawls, to be honest. It'll be I'm surprised for you then. It'd be interesting if someone, like, puts me on Discords to cast. Because I'll be, like, literally, like, having my mom in the background wondering, like, who I'm talking to. But, yeah, you know, there's a lot of riflers out there, actually, in particular, that are fairly good. I'm not sure if Reckons is out there, or Reckons is playing still, actually. You know, you could go to him. But, you know, I'm not sure, actually. Like, pretty much you just need someone to fit your system overall and not create too much role conflicts. You can't really go for, like, the big ball. You can't really go for anything in particular. That's gonna be huge. Oh shit, I blew a potion. Didn't have to though. Like, you know, I gotta say Super, like, any of those guys would be good enough. Okay. Oh shit, that's right. Homie, you gotta shove these back. But we'll see what happens, like, to be honest. With the Atlanta qualifiers, how's that guy, like I said, didn't you have some guys meant to be casting your games for you? Or I assume Misty's still there. I just realized you actually haven't played a game, okay? I was like, gonna say, I haven't seen him cast, and I realized Vantage haven't played a game. No, don't have anyone casting for us? Is he in the channel, or is that something for something else? Because you know who I'm talking about, right? I'm not sure if you've announced it or not, to be honest. I'm not saying anything anymore. No idea? Okay, because he's definitely in the channel. I can tell you that much. Like, in the channel as in, with ESA Prem. It is a broadcast, yeah. That was actually a really, really good podcast last night. I get really angsty when the podcast takes over an hour. I do get angsty about that. I just feel like it's too long. Like, some people just tune out after an hour. Dude, homie, you gotta, like, kill it. Like, you gotta tank these fuckers. Like, holy shit. Hey, talk about Mark? Yes. My knowledge not at this stage? Okay. I thought I saw him in. I thought I saw him with the orange colour. Yeah, dude, like... He's on there? Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's definitely on there. He's been on there since the start of probably about 3 or 4 days before the season started. If you're curious on that one. That's what I was going, oh, I haven't seen him do anything, and I realised, yeah, obviously Vantage haven't played. No worries, I thought, you know, some people do notice this sort of stuff. I had to circle back with him. Yep. Oh shit. I can't like really press DPS here because this tank is has questionable tanking skills. Or like he's super undergeared, I think. Because the frogs don't hit that hard, so yeah. Personally, I prefer some stuff for Academy first and build up an ECL cost. Oh fuck, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not dead. Civic stuff as in like players and whatnot. Obviously not to like cast the Academy team. To be fair, I guess I wouldn't probably worry too much, given that we've had like a lot of like people like casting games and whatnot. I'm not sure whether or not you need to worry too much about having a caster for the game when there's a lot of casters in particular who are like, you know, casting the games. And that's going to continue, like that should continue. I don't see it like, you know, going down anytime soon. Like I've been trying to get Jazz back in, not Jazz, I was going to try and get Jazz back into it as well. Like to cast some of the games as well. shit. Also gonna crash the coaster for Pro League. Yeah, I decided to do it a lot earlier because I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, all the other times I like asked like a week before, which was like, you know, just way too late. So I just asked earlier this time, so I got it. I'm just trying to make sure that I just actually do something, because like the biggest criticism I have for co-streaming in particular is that people just sit there and like, you know, only comment like half the time and don't actually do anything. Which I agree with. I think it was, I'm trying to think who said it. It was, Sponge. Like, I agree with Sponge on it. Like, do you expect, ESL and stuff like that to provide free entertainment, stuff like that? You gotta provide some value. But it's just like, I'm not gonna get any, like, with casting roles in particular, it's very unlikely that I'll get anything to do with ESL Pro League, so I'm just like, might as well just go through a co-stream and stuff like that, see what happens. Because I won't be named as talent at all. Well, won't be named as talent at all. It's just highly unlikely they'll be named as talent. And like overall with ESEA, they like ESL, they can't be like, oh, you know, like it's kind of like I've got like, hey, like Josh actually does stuff for ESL as well. Oh, why would you let the Demon Hunter manage it? That's all I'm gonna say about this guy. Did this guy like knock the ads out? But yeah. Also, I think my last pay cast will be Atlanta's close qualifiers. Those you coming to Sydney on the 10th? Yeah, I'm coming to Sydney on the 10th. 100%. Should be no issues that whatsoever. I've already got my flights. I've already got my hotel, which is close by the fortress. It's definitely happening. Oh, did he not do... Oh shit, I went full AoE. Help him up, awesome. Oh no, homie. Fucking else, had to save that priest. We'll get a flight to City Hotel now. I know it was really off, like, small notice as well. I know a lot of people can't come. And to be fair, like, as I said to, like, Mav, okay, Mav was trying to help me out with my lighting, and it's like, oh, what's your budget? And I'm like, I have money, okay? That's all I said to Mav, okay? I have money. Like, I have dosh that I can spend. Because, yeah, this week, man, like, I had a really good month as an advisor, like, a really, really good month. Like, it's not usual I have, like, a good month like this in particular. Tank's dead. Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, Tank got BRS. Awesome. Is your combo around billables? It's morely around, so a lot of my fees particularly is more ongoing. I did get a lot of one-offs, okay? Like, obviously, invoices for plans and whatnot, but a lot of it is ongoing fees. Like, with clients in particular, where they keep us basically on a retainer. And, like, some years, it's like, you know, they get a bit out of it. Like, some years where it's like, it's not too much you have to change. But it's usually the years where stuff happens to them where it's like the most, basically. Mainly annuities. No, I actually don't go with annuities. I don't like annuities. Annuities annuities have a massive, massive weakness that, like, you can't do shit after it's done, basically. Like, once it's all set, you can't do anything really with it. Like, especially if you need to change it, basically. Because, like, if you lock in a poor interest rate with an annuity, you can't change it, okay? You can't reset it. You can trade it in, like, you know, obviously, like, withdraw it, but it'll be a bit less because they've paid you money. But I know a lot of people have done that to just keep their, like, base income up. So yeah, but it's mainly superannuation, basically, which is obviously, if you're from NZ, or if you're from it's KiwiSaver, basically, yeah. Annuities is very good for basic income, but it's not really good for growing wealth in particular. the main weakness of annuities in particular is the fact that, you know, when you die, the annuity's generally gone. If you've held it for 10 years, you don't, like, give something to, like, the next person, but essentially. And that's just a general weakness of defined benefit things in particular. But, you know, I manage people's superannuations, I invest people's money and stuff like that as well. And, like, basically at our work, I'm, like, kind of, like, the main person who works in direct equities. So, like, I buy shares and whatnot for people. Like, I have, a portfolio that I generally set up for people in particular that's, like, well diversified. We're not gonna get, killed effectively. We're gonna have a good, like, regardless of what happens, we'll be around what everyone else is getting, basically, on the index. That's the main thing in particular. We don't try and beat the index or anything like that. So, yeah. It's very, very, you know, stock standard. We do have, like, you know, some fund managers that we prefer, like, you know, for the international side and whatnot. But we're not trying, like, basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to get, like, above 1% or below 1%. But our main advice comes from the tax side, okay? Because I was talking to Jules about it today. Because, like, Jules, like, when I mentioned, like, investing in super is a lot better in the long term, Jules DM'd me about it. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm the first person to suggest it. And I'm like, yeah, because a lot of people don't know. Like, a lot of people are a bit silly when it comes to super, but you don't need to put it now. I don't know what he does. His is actually a very good plan, like, for asset protection and, like, stuff like that as well, to separate the companies and whatnot. His is a very good thing in particular. It's an old school method where they play that bucket company and trust route, which most big companies do. So, like, basically, you know, if it goes belly up or the person gets sued, you don't have your ass served on a fucking silver platter. Oh my god, you serious? That's all I'm gonna say. The guy died to the fucking first cyclone. I understand, like, you know, hey, maybe it's like... Gotta be careful, because that thing is going to blow up. And I don't know how far it's gonna hit. Yep. Just bring it. Get it out of here, dude. The reason why I'm telling this guy to bring it out of here is so this one is in a really cursed position, because if this blows up, we've only got the one behind us as any safety net. So this ability there is an insta-kill, just an FYI. That's why I'm walking away from it and being very careful. That ability is an instant kill if you fuck it up. So basically that one here, when it blows up, it dies and it does a fuck ton of damage, and that's why I'm trying to avoid it. There you go, awesome. But yeah, like he runs it like an old style. The reason why he's afraid of like going into super and whatnot is that like government is going to tax super a lot more, most likely. Like they are going to try and raid that piggy bank. Like he's right. They will try to tax it. They're already trying to tax it. And the funny thing is, like, they've already like tried to tax unrealized capital gains, which is like a big fucking no-no. Like, it's a big red flag when a government's trying to tax unrealized capital gains. It's like they always go like, oh, they've enjoyed the asset growth so much. I'm like, yeah, they get taxed when they get taxed. Like, you know, when they sell it, like, you know, just go away. I've had so many like left-leaning people being like, "Oh, they should be taxed now because they're earning money," and I'm like, "Are you going to give them back the tax that they paid if they make a capital loss?" And you know, all you hear is fucking crickets. Or is ready with the hand? Yeah. Always tell them like, you know, if you're not gonna give it back when they receive losses, then don't fucking tax them when they get the gains. So what I always say. And I basically said with unrealized capital losses and gains, I'm like, mate, that system is going to cost more to implement than what you get out of it in particular. Because, you know, if you want a live action capital gains kind of thing where you tax them for their gains and whatnot, then you got to give out money when they lose capital. And of course, none of them do that. Okay, the government will never do that. The government will be like, oh yeah, we'll keep all your gains, but you get your losses when you sell the asset, which will just cripple the economy. Like, pretty much cripple the economy because the government can't spend it because it could happen that they actually need that money. You see the 600 mil Alvarez in the PNG for the new NRL team? Yeah, I'm going to say right now, interesting, okay? Interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, Labour have done all right in some respects, but like I've had Geordies defending them. Okay, like friendly Geordies. I'm like, bro, you can't defend the fact that they fucking upped immigration to make sure they didn't have a recession. You cannot defend that. I know he's mentioned it that they would have had a recession if they did import fuck tons of people. Oh, what the fuck? Did I not interrupt it? But then again, I think everyone's like distracted by the American election, which does impact Australia, obviously. It does impact Australia. So I guess everyone now just don't particularly care who gets in and who doesn't. Fucking hell, mate. It's just like with politics in general, like, fuck me, like, I gotta say right now, a lot of people are like going, oh, you should trust the government on spending things. Like, fucking oath, no. Like, holy shit. Like, some people, like, are just so fucking interesting, mate. Like, I think, like, someone said, like, oh, the government will the government has no issue, like, you know, the government's benevolent. And I'm just like, no, you have not seen the fucking corruption that goes on in the fucking government. Like, the only reason why you don't see the corruption that goes on in the government is because, some of the shit isn't just reported on, okay? Let's just put it that way. Some of the stuff that goes on isn't reported. Like, you know, how contracts are given to certain people's companies that they hold and whatnot, and people who donated to the party and whatnot. Like, homie, no, like, stop thinking that governments are benevolent organizations when they're not. Oh yeah, exactly, pretty much it, exactly. Like, this is the problem with big government, okay? Government gets big enough that the governments depend on them for something, okay? Like, governments depend on them for things, basically, as well. And it gets to a point where the corporations are just leeching off them, effectively. Okay, cool. And, you know, of course, government contract is huge, but you got to realize that a big government can be an issue. And there are points where they are an issue. They're legitimately an issue. This is a black hole. Well, they're the most inefficient kind of things as well. Like, that's why you want the private sector doing a lot more in particular than just relying on the government. Oh shit, I actually really risked that there. This is a hard one to get past. Don't interrupt them if it's not a tank on it. Don't interrupt. So yeah, like I tell people all the time, like you don't, like if you want something done, you never depend on the government to do it. The government will find new ways to fuck it up and find ways to benefit all the people that they voted in and stuff like that over you. Okay, like there are a lot of things like the government should do in particular, but there's also a lot of things that, you know, you got to be subject that there could be, what is it? There could be a lot of corruption in particular as well. A lot of like bad ran services in particular. Because the government gets involved. There we go. We did that key really well. I can't believe we did that key really well given the fact that we really dropped the ball in a lot of areas. To be fair, me and Shaman are doing really good DPS. But we really fucked around too much here. Is the mage gonna put us back? No, he isn't. But I remember what was I was talking to Red Wolf about. I was talking to Emily about it. And Emily's like agreeing me like hard on like how much a wasted, like how much money government wastes and stuff like that. Like I gotta say right now, like pretty much, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Particularly, I do lean right of center. This is why, like, every time I see, like, left of center fucking people comment about, like, interest rates and house rentals and stuff like that, I'm just, like, sitting there going, like, mate, do you realize, like, the government can't do jack shit about it? Okay, other than try and fund construction companies to build more? And the reason why this has occurred and this is all bad is because all the lockdowns and stuff like that happened, which increased raw material prices, which bankrupted construction companies and whatnot. Like, do you realize, like, there is consequences to your actions? And like same people who are talking about how they needed the lockdowns are also at the same time being like, oh, why are the construction workers out of work? I'm like, because you fucking, like, you killed the supply lines during COVID. Like, that's what happened. Like, you get what I mean? Like, that's why it happened. And it's a economic effect. Now, I don't mind people being like, yeah, we needed the lockdowns, and yes, I understand that house prices and, you know, prices of the materials and stuff like that is going to go up because people have to take extra precautions to not pass COVID and whatnot. And it's like, if I know some people who are just like, yeah, you know, I did say that, and, you know, we're suffering for what we did, yeah, 100%. Like, you know, they agree. They say to the fact that, yeah, you know, I did say that. And yep, I accept the consequences. That's what you kind of got to be with. Like, you have to own the consequences. But people don't own the consequences, okay? They act like, you know, it's greedy landlords and whatnot. It's like, bro, like, landlords are having people show up and bid, you know, on rent and whatnot. They can't, you know, like, you're telling them to say no? Like, nah. Like, they just can't. They're not deliberately trying to rip people off. Some landlords have just kept their tenants in at this, you know, just a 5% increase when they could really just increase it to 20% because someone would fucking buy it. But there's some people just keeping their tenants in because they've been good tenants for a long time. Like, a lot of the people that I know that rent properties and have properties, they're not upping like their rents by like 20%. They're like upping their rents by 5% at most, and they're making sure like their clients are taken care of. My only one who didn't, like, who upped their rents by over 10% was one of my other clients who just want to get the tenant out. Like, they wanted to kick the tenant out, okay? But they didn't want to do it in a way that they had to evict the tenant kind of thing, okay? Because they wanted to sell the property. Because they were like, nah, I don't want to manage it anymore. That's it, okay? That's pretty much why he sold it. Like, he didn't want to manage it. But anyways, like, and then the worst part is that the house price is going up. Okay, property went up by like 20%. And it's like, oh, now I can't afford a house. And then we have people who say this, who basically say, oh, houses were never affordable. This pisses me off a lot, okay? That houses were never affordable in the first place or something like that. Like, they haven't been affordable in the last 10 years. I'm like, in Perth, it was a buyer's market for the 3 years up to COVID, okay? It was a buyer's market. In other words, you could just, like, you would purchase a house. Like, there were so many houses selling, but no one buying, okay? And I bought this unit that I have now for $336,000 for a 2-bedroom, one bath, okay? An apartment that's about 20 to 30 minutes away from the city. Which is a fucking steal, just as an FYI, okay? And also it's 10 minutes away from the beach, okay? So, like, people keep looking at inner city Melbourne and Sydney, and I'm just going to put it this way. You are not going to get a property in a city Melbourne or Sydney, given the fact that so many people want to fucking live there. And I'm going to say it's probably not worth it either, to be honest. That's just me, okay? That's just me. But there's a lot of things in particular that have caused, like, this issue in housing in Australia, and the governments are trying to fix it. Like, Albanese is putting money to getting houses built. Like, the government's coming back in a bit to build the houses. Previously, they took themselves out of it because they had a lot of real estate and constructors. Now to bring themselves back into it, that they're going to build the houses and whatnot to try and get the supply down. It's going to take 5 to 10 years to do this sort of shit, by the way. It's a kind of action meets consequences, but people don't want to take the consequences. And also then you got the inflation issue, and they blame the RBA for it. I'm like, bro, I love Jim Chalmers' report into the RBA and how the person did everything wrong, when 2 of those 3 reasons was the government. It just goes back to the government. Or who requested all that money for JobKeeper? Government. Oh. Who reported? Who immigrated more people for more demand, less supply? Government. It's like, bro, like, the RBA is doing its fucking job. Get fucked. Now, I'm going to say right now, of course, you can say the Liberal government did some of those things, which they did. But Labor wanted it more. Labor wanted the fucking JobKeeper to be higher. It's like, you can't have it both ways. Like, but anyways, Albanese's done a very good job at trying to address inflation. It's a fucking sticky subject to do, given that Australia's never dealt with it for the last 25 years. But he is actually doing a good job of it. Obviously, he's curbed immigration, building more houses, so that keeps that demand low, because obviously immigration goes down and supply up. You know, he's trying to get it back. They're doing a good job, okay? Do you notice how I'm not blaming any political party, like, specifically? Like, I blame the Liberals for having JobKeeper. Obviously, that inflates it. And obviously, you know, stuff like that as well. But also, I love the other stuff as well, when they give, like, welfare to everyone. Like, they gave the electricity credit to everyone, being like, oh, let's get help with inflation. And I'm sitting there being like, no, if you give money to everyone, it just fucking increases inflation, you fucking idiots. Like, fuck. I just love the Joe Biden's act, okay? The Democrats. This is back to American politics. Where the act was like the Inflation Combat Act, and it just increased inflation. I'm just like, fucking hell. Like, holy shit. Every article is spend, you know? Like, printing money. I'm just like, oh, fuck. You guys don't learn. You can't fight inflation by throwing money at the problem. Okay, you can't print your way out of inflation. Now, some people may go, oh, what do you do then? Yeah, exactly. You have to ease the pain a bit. Like, you have to get interest rates up. Oh, dude, it is insane because, like, people want to go with, like, okay, I love these people in particular. They're like, oh, we want cheap energy. And it's like, well, you can go get coal plants. I know they're building hydro in Queensland and stuff like that as well, which will be fairly decent. But it's just like, bro, just use the coal, build your new power plants like your hydro plants that will provide cheap energy because, of course, water's free, basically. And that's all you have to do. But no, like, we have two idiots, like, you know, mine all the coal ever and just burn it. Or, like, make hydro, don't burn coal. So it's like, bro, like, just do a mixture of both. Just ease the squeeze into it. Because your power demands are going to go up. You might have to keep the coal plants online. Have both just in case. You don't have to run the fucking coal plant at full fucking power. And you just keep it balanced. And then when it's the hydro, I think it's the hydro plant they're building like a solar hydro plant. Solar I like. Like, I do like solar. They actually is pretty good. And it's not wind, okay? Wind just needs tons of land for fuck all. Someone's gonna be like, oh, wind's so power efficient. No, it isn't, okay? But anyway. And all you have to do is just get coal. Like, coal is very cheap. Like, sometimes you're just going to be like, yeah, the environment just ease the squeeze for a bit, get hydropower, that's fine. And then they always ignore nuclear power as well, which is very annoying. They're like, oh, nuclear power is bad. Like, why is it bad? Oh, greenhouse, no, it's got no greenhouse gases, okay? And it's like its highest capital, okay? The worst thing about nuclear power is the high capital costs and the fact that it needs to be built near a river, because obviously it needs water. And lastly, but not least, is of course the chance of a meltdown, which is extremely unlikely if you build the plants correctly, so they're weatherproof and whatnot as well. And it also does nuclear waste. $800 per... What the fuck? Bro, I pay like $300 a quarter. To be fair, this is also a problem that governments have when they own the power company and they control. Like, okay, I can tell you right now, this is where state governments are pretty low. Okay, sometimes this is what happens when you have the government who owns the power company. Someone's not gonna like me mentioning this, but the government owns the power company. Okay, and what they do, okay, they're very sneaky about this. Okay, is what they do is that they don't give you new taxes. They just increase electricity prices so they get more of your money. I've seen state governments do this in WA. Okay, where they're like, oh, we won't introduce the taxes, we won't increase anything, but electricity prices go up by 10%. Sneaky little shits, okay? Sneaky little shits. But yeah, like the big thing, like, I don't care, like, if they, of course you can raise taxes by GST and whatnot. I don't typically care too much as long as you're more public about it. But like the things where I draw the line is like unrealized gains. I draw the line there because you are killing, like, a lot of strategies involving property is all about getting a higher capital gain while sacrificing a bit of income, okay? And it's a bit unfair to be like, we want your gains, but also at the same time, we don't want your negative gearing. It's just like, fuck you, kind of thing. You can't socialize our gains and then not socialize our fucking losses. Like, that's a fuck you. Because I understand the argument that, you know, you can, it's all your gains, but it's socialized losses kind of thing. Okay, I can understand that of negative gearing. But that's just a fact of investing half the time. You're trying to encourage people to invest in the first place. But you can't have like, oh, it's too bad, it's your loss, and then socialize the gain kind of thing. And also not to mention as well, like, we have a lot of unrealized gains, in particular for businesses and companies. They can't exactly just get their money out. Like, anytime someone quotes Jeff Bezos as like $20 billion or what the fuck he has, I'm like, yeah, bro, he can't sell all his Amazon shares fucking tomorrow and not get whacked by a fucking 20 billion trillion fucking tax bill, mate. Like, he can't get this 20 billion in cash and just throw it around everywhere. It's like the same cunts that go after Elon Musk for this shit. It's like Elon can't sell his Tesla shares to throw money everywhere, basically. He can't do that. It's tied up. And also, not to mention as well, it's like there's big laws restricting directors and stuff like that, significant shareholders, from selling their shares all at once. Like, you know, have you ever noticed on the ASX where, like, if a director wants to sell a share, they can only sell shares during certain periods, and if they do, they have to announce it and how much they're selling. Like, and you can't sell everything all at once. Like, Like, a lot of people got to realize this, that shit's heavily regulated. And then you got the dumbasses on the right, okay? Anytime I see the right fucking quote this, I'm like, bro, you are fucking brain dead, okay? They're like, oh, JP Morgan controls our banks. Oh no, fucking, who is it? BlackRock and fucking Vanguard and shit like that. You know, the top 4 companies that own a lot of big, blue chip Australian shares. And I'm sitting there going, you realize it's not them, right? It's not JP Morgan and shit owning that, okay? Who do you think gives them the money to invest around internationally, okay? They go invest in the top 500 companies, okay? It's actually people, okay? Everyone in the world, like, American clients, European clients, they want some exposure to Australia. They want BHP, they want Woodside, they want Rio Tinto, to list in Australia. Might not be listed in America or Europe, but I want a big mining company. So they get onto the phone to HSBC, JP Morgan, who run a lot of these funds in particular, and operate a lot of money, particularly like sometimes JP Morgan's a bank for, let's just say, Vanguard, and, the BlackRock has its own bank or whatever it is. They're just using clients' money to invest because, yeah, like, that's the point. Like, the world's bigger than fucking Australia. Okay, sweet, we're in. Like, that's the point. It's not these big companies actually hold 20% of the company value. It's more to their clients. Okay, you know what happens when you fuck around as a big company like that? Let's just say, for example, like, they try to, like, get rid of the directors, in particular of that company. And it's for no reason, no valid reason. They just want to exert their power. Their clients, if they're trying to rock the boat of a company, their clients aren't going to be happy, okay? Like, basically, the other fund manager's going to be like, bro, like, stop rocking the boat. We're trying to get this company going. What do you think is going to happen if that company goes down by 10% because that company tried to rock the boat for the clients? Clients are fucking taking the money out and leaving them. Like, they're not going to be investing with them anymore. And then it's going to be financial advisors like me. It's going to be like, no, let's not invest in that company. So those guys are trying to, like, sabotage shit. Like, stuff like that. Like, they don't rock the boat unless the directors and stuff like that are being fucking, like, dumb. Okay? Like, they will rock the boat if the directors are being dumb. And, like, it's more of a joint effort. Like, the 4 banks will talk to each other. And, like, it'll be pretty fucking obvious when the directors are being shit, okay? Just follow Nancy? Oh, yeah, 100% just follow Nancy. The fact Nancy Pelosi's got away with so much shit is just insanity. Aiden Hiko is so fucking funny on that. Like, Nancy Pelosi, like, you can't go wrong with that fucking index. Problem is, it's not going to last for much longer, given the fact that obviously they are both going to die one day for old age. She's beaten like 99% of Wall Street, okay? Like, what she's done is impossible without any inside information. A lot of people be like, oh no, she doesn't have inside information. I'm like, yeah, that's what you call bullshit. Like, that's what you call when you have inside information, okay? If anyone thinks that they have rocks in their head, oh, exactly. Well, to be fair, I think even the Dems, like Dem voters, have come around to realize that Nancy's fucking inside trading. They will point that both parties do it, and I agree. Yeah, both parties do it. I say right now, I just don't care at that point because, like, there's not much I can do about it. If only ESIC could run this SEC, dude, ESIC fucking would, like, not prosecute either. Mate, ESIC still hasn't gone after Shanks and fucking Marved over the match fixing in NA. Oh, yes, by the way, I named the 2 fucking players that are alleged to match fix because they fucking clearly match fixed on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. No, they haven't got done. Marved and Shanks have not got done. They still play Valorant, okay, at a professional level. They've had multiple years of being paid by FaZe and all that shit. Shanks and Marved are still on teams. Okay? They're still on teams. Actually, they're not on teams at the moment, but they're still in esports and orgs and whatnot. Like, seriously, like, these guys are like, you know, they're like, they get egos, be like, oh, I need champ, watch party perms and whatnot. And I'm like, you're lucky you're not facing a wall of a fucking jail cell. Like, fuck. To be fair, it's not illegal to match fix in America, okay? I forgot about that. It's not illegal to match fix in America. But if you have a match fixing syndicate, on the other hand, which is what was happening in NA. Just an FYE is stupid to match fix in Australia, given the fact that it is a jail sentence, it's a criminal offense to match fix. Like, we had that dude that match fix in Valorant, and I'm just like, fuck me, do you read the Australian laws on match fixing? Like, fuck, you should just read them very carefully, out loudly to yourself and be like, yeah, bro, like, if they want to get you, they'll get you. Top 5k in Valorant? Oh, bro. He's like a new person gets banned every day from LPL. I'll probably say I'm very sure that I don't think LPL, like for CS2, I don't think they come back to LPL's gonna come back to CS2 anytime soon, to be honest. You see LPL fight a lot of people? Well, of course, they're cleaning house. Like I would say right now, they're cleaning house because once you take over something, it's like Microsoft, for example, okay? Like when Microsoft took over Blizzard, like eventually when everything gets integrated in, they start firing a lot of people that's redundant. It's kind of normal. Like that's pretty much it. Like a lot of people act like, you know, it's like a bad thing that people are getting fired, and that is, it's not, it isn't. It's not a bad thing. It's very usual. If people think that's unusual, nah, like, no. But, the reason why I'm worried about whether or not I'm glad that Paragon has seen what I've seen at LPL for a while, dude. I gotta say, Cheeseborn Fiend have been like saying this for a while. Like the biggest issue I've had, like if you have like BNK and FlyQuest not entering your tournaments when like there's no AU tournaments, there's something wrong. Okay, that's what I felt all the time. It just feels something was wrong there. Like, mate, there's something I don't know, they just didn't seem to give a shit, okay? Unless there was money involved, okay? It's one of those people that like they want a check before they do anything, kind of thing. It's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that in fucking business either. You can't be like, I want money before I do anything. No, you're not going to have that. Like, you're never going to get that in life. They might still get CCT, of course, because CCT can't give it to ESL, who's a competitor. Like that's the point. Like CCT want to do something, but they don't want to like install themselves in here because they can't. Like that, like you know, give it to Defrag. Well, the problem is like Defrag hasn't got a track record in particular. Like you got to present a business case kind of thing. And it's not for me, like, you know, I think Mav's very capable of doing so and capable of running these things in particular. I'm just saying in general from a, like, from a POV of a person trying to invest in a region. Like, LPL do have the resources, despite, you know, it doesn't, like, yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with it. But like Nav doesn't have, like, it hasn't got the resources all there ready to go. That's also the people who would be playing in it. Yeah, but that's not the point. That's not the point. What they're trying to do. I think you'd be surprised how much LPL doesn't have. Alright, for defrag. Well, defrag, I guess right now, if with defrag, you probably have FlyQuest playing it. I wouldn't be surprised if like some people with FlyQuest didn't play in it. Like I gotta say, like LPL did very, very good of the recent cup that they did. They did very, very well in that. Like the admin was very quick, fairly quick to give me IPs and whatnot, and it seemingly was ran pretty well. But like, they just, I feel like the people in there just don't know how to run a business. And also, not to mention as well, like LPL, like this is a big issue in particular because I heard about this from a lot of insiders. That they don't cast Valorant anymore. Like their production is not run by them. It's run by Riot. And I'm like, mate, if you're a fucking person who's trying to use you as a channel, like that's fucking concerning. Okay, that is like the epitome of concerning. If Riot have to run your shit, okay, like that sort of stuff. And Riot preferably don't want to. They plan, you know, they want to use their TOs to run stuff. And I got really annoyed. I got really annoyed at some people, you know, with the, I got really annoyed at some people who were like, I basically said, like, can we talk to someone who's, like, I know Jason got in touch with me at the end. Can we talk to someone who makes a decision? It's like, can we? Because this is the problem, is that we keep, like, half the people we talk to in particular, or half the people that people talk to, they don't have any power to make a decision. So it's just like, yeah, we're just talking to a person who says, yeah, we can fix that, and has no actual fucking sway. It's not a good thing, and that's why I got frustrated at Conky over it. Shouldn't have got frustrated at Conky. I feel bad about that. We have a good run, I feel, in here. As long as I don't do anything stupid, but we have a really, really good run. I get frustrated at a lot of things that I shouldn't really, like, get frustrated at people for. I care, like I say right now, I care a lot about product. Product's one of my big things that I do care about. Like I do care about like how product is in particular, and like if coverage is happening and whatnot. That's my biggest cares and stuff like that in particular. I'm gonna say, like, I have no doubt, even if I don't cast too much after next year, I have no doubt that that league's being renewed. I'd be very shocked if they don't renew that league for AU. Like, really, really shocked. I'd be like, there's no real justification that the league doesn't get renewed, given the fact that, oh shit. Fucking hell, I forgot it stays there. That guy's getting slammed because he'll be having the big dude on him. And we'll be having this as well. Cool. Can he stun him? Oh, that was not very smart. But like, yeah, like pretty much it. I think one of the admin that helped me out with the IPs and whatnot was very, very good, very, very responsive. So I was happy with that. You know, he seemingly gave a shit. Was very, very good. Like, got me an IP right away. If I had any issues, he straight away, like, you know, got it sorted. I guess right now I just don't ask so much in particular. I really don't ask so much. And like, it's not like I'm not being unfair either, okay? Like, if LPL think I'm being unfair, you should have seen the fucking amount of shit that I was like harassing ASA about on getting an ETA and when the IPs wouldn't have been that stupid ticket shit. Okay? I was harassing ECA, and so with a lot of European streamers for a very long time on an ETA on that. So I thought it would be one season, and when it wasn't one season, I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, also I didn't say it like that because I'm not that impolite. I'm passive aggressive mostly, but I'm not that fucking impolite. But I said, like, guys, what's happening? Because like we can't. We can't have, like, you know, basically people's answers or whether or not, whether they get things or not. Oh, shit. Like, because not to mention as well, like, teams are in here who, you know, I get, like, they're paying their players, and if no one's able to cast their games, it's kind of shit, you know? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Homie keeps forgetting that he's gonna move on this boss. It's actually kind of funny because that chill storm, by the way, blows up hail bombs. Always wondered how those hail bombs blow up, and I now found out. Oh yeah, shit, I didn't realize I didn't pop a blur. Cool. So yeah. I love trolling Jojo. If you don't know who Jojo is, it's Josiah, okay? He used to play for Mythic. I love trolling him, okay? Basically, he got CS2'd, you know, with the orb, you know how times you can miss shots and whatnot, like stupidly, like it's an RNG miss. I just basically said to him, I think you missed, man. He's just showing like how BS it was that he missed. I'm just, yeah, I think you missed. Because obviously, he missed. Like, seriously, some of the shots he's missed has been pretty like, oh, what the fuck? Like, he shouldn't have missed that kind of thing. I really don't like this dungeon because there's always one person that will sit there like that, like the Warlock did just then, to absorb healing in particular. Oh, is it fortified this week? It is too. Oh, shit. So this guy will insta-kill you if you're, if you're too close. So there's a bug in this game, if you saw it just then, where the druid will run sideways. That is a bug, okay? Do I need to do anything for that? No, I don't. This dungeon back in the day used to be one of the shit ones. So what you needed to do is that there's these dancers, these flame dancers, and they do this thing called flame dance. You know, what do you know? Ability called a flame dancer doing an ability called flame dance, okay? You had to stun them literally right away to get rid of their shit, otherwise they would instantly kill you. Like, they would, like, do fuck tons of AoE damage. So you see here, where they're casting flame dance, you need to interrupt it, like, right away. Otherwise, it's gonna do, like, untold amounts of damage. And also what they did as well is when they reach 0% HP, they put a shield on themselves and they cast like Last Dance or what it is, and they do fuck tons of damage. So you see here, like these guys will put a finger on themselves, like that sort of shit. The Blaze of Glory. You gotta dispel it and kill them, so they don't cast that shit. Okay, that's what you don't want them to do, is to cast it. Okay, there we go. And obviously, if it isn't obvious enough, you don't want to be in that flame shit that guy detonates, okay? And as I said, my class is a very ADHD class, like it just, you know, runs around a lot. It's a demon hunter, okay? If it's not obvious, because I can turn into a demon. So basically, if you're trying to track on when I turn into a demon, I turn into a demon every time I cast I-Beam for 6 seconds. There's also another thing as well that I can turn into a demon every 2 minutes, which is meta. And that's when I turn into a demon, basically, is at those points. So at the moment, we're trying to make sure the Flame Dancer doesn't cast anything. And there we go, cool. Blaze of Glory, got it. So a Demon Hunter as well can steal magic effects. So his Blaze of Glory is a magic effect, which I can steal basically. So that's why he dies like instantly, because I kill him. Now what we're trying to avoid is there's a dragon mob that flies between here called Flame Gullet. And Flame Gullet does a fuck ton, like Flame Gullet is a waste because we don't need to get him. And he's also a not good, okay? Let's just put it that way. He's just not good. You just don't want him. Because he does fuck tons of damage. And of course, we have some guy who's there who shouldn't be there. And we're going to die because he's there. So you want to kill Flame Gullet first, okay? Because what Flame Gullet does in particular at 50%, and he also has Flame Breath as well, at 50%, he will do increasing damage to everyone, okay? So you want to kill him first. So there we go. We get the thinger. So he does increasing AoE damage to everyone. So that's why like, everyone's focusing him. Oh shit. Okay, good. No, we gotta kill this dude. I don't think this guy realized. No, you gotta kill these guys. So basically the threat tables, if it's red, it's on me. And if the name's big, it's on me as well. So that's how you can see if it's on me or not. It should, like, these mobs should never be on me because I'm a DPS. If the mobs are on me, it's either I'm a dumbass and went, you know, in for no reason, or the tank's dead. There we go. So this boss, what you gotta do, this boss is a bait mechanic. So basically the boss will throw a boulder and also spawn an elemental. You don't go to the elemental until the boulder's been thrown. The first cast that she does cannot be interrupted. So it doesn't matter if the first cast that the elemental does cannot be interrupted. So it doesn't matter whether or not you go down there. So what you want to do in particular is you want to aim the boulder away from where you want to go and do that, okay? Then you go onto the ad, okay? So Inferno can't be interrupted, but this one can. And she'll occasionally cast like other stuff as well, like boulder eventually. So boulder obviously leaves a flare trail behind. So what you want to do is you want to keep getting the boulder back to the area where she's previously bouldered. That's pretty much it, okay? That is literally it, okay? So she pulls another guy here like this. And then you want to go back here so she boulders down this way. Like that. Because this guy's first spell can't be interrupted, so it just doesn't matter. You're taking AoE damage whether you like it or not. Now, obviously, when she does Searing Blows, you don't want to be in front of her, okay? If you're in front of her, you die. And it's funny when you die, okay? Also, if you get hit with Boulder, you get basically insta-give and it blows up in your face. So pretty much like what I do is you either aim up or down. Like you up or down with the Boulder. And that's how you do the fight. It's basically like, you know, first off, add spawns, you aim the Boulder up and down. And then next one is basically, yeah, that's pretty much it. So with these guys, so these storm guys, so what they do is if you get through their shield, they will blow up and hit a random person. So that's what they will do. So you can see that, you can see like ads moving out. That's the mechanic. So pretty much what happens is when basically the healer sees anyone casting, the healer will move and DPS will move as well. So you see that swell? That's where he's going to crash into. So what normal people do is they pull this and this together and then pull other stuff as well. I gotta be careful with that thinger. That was a very, very risky thing for me. So yeah, we have very good DPS. You can see that Hunter doing 400k, I'm doing 370, and our bottom DPS, which is the Warlock, is doing 380. And his class is not very good at this sort of DPS. Like, as in, like, it's not very good at multi-target. So, like, with Mythic Plus in particular, like, you do want a lot of, like, AoE multi-target DPS, but there's some weeks where it's just better to have a person who can just single target very well, because there's some bosses in particular. Not here. I don't think many for this week because it's fortified. That you just want a person who can just rock people, see, like, can just focus and kill one person. And they usually excel on boss fights. That's pretty much it. So what I've done at the moment, so this guy will get a Tempest Storm Shield. You need to break that Tempest Storm Shield. It's not a big issue to break. It's actually very, very easy to break. But if you don't break it, it will do a lot of damage to you. So what this guy's done in particular, so basically this boss blows you across the platform, and a big thing that a lot of people do in particular is kill these little ads on both sides, so they don't have to deal like with these ads interfering in the middle of the fight. It's not a big issue considering it's fortified. So fortified means the trash is more HP and does more damage, and tyrannical means that the bosses have more HP and more damage. And it's not much of an issue obviously because it's not tyrannical. So for this boss, what you want to do is you want to kill this homie. So you want to focus the dragon first, because the other guys are a joke to deal with. So obviously when he's not on the ground, yeah. So Winds of Change is basically you have to fight against the stuff or whatever it is. And so there's these flame debuffs that go on the ground, so these flame swirlies. So those things that go on the ground, they will change with the Wind of Change, okay? So if it's south, it goes south. If it's west, it will go west. That's pretty much it, okay? So at a certain point, this guy will get on top of the dragon, and you just have to beat the shit out of him, okay? And when you kill one of them, oh shit. Oh no, that's not good. If you get damaged by him, you get a debuff, and yeah, you blow things up like that, okay? Not ideal, but it happens. And that's the instance done. We actually did really well there. This instance can be a bit of a pain. Like, it is a bit of a painful instance at times. this instance in particular has been nerfed a lot because what happened is that the instance is really difficult to do in certain weeks. Like, just really annoying to do because like the boss, like some bosses could straight up one hit you. Like if you didn't have certain things that just straight up one hit you, it was just so frustrating. 2 seconds, you know, I forgot to get, I've got to get the warband. Gotta do that before the expansion. So I gotta get to Gadgetson. How quick? What's the quickest way to get to Gadgetson? Fuck. It's always one of these guys, isn't it? CZZ turn on. I don't know how to get inside of here, to be honest. I have to navigate through this town for fucking visions of N'Zoth as well. It's actually kind of funny that the Captains of Time now have a portal back to Stormwind. Okay, there we go. So what they've done with WoW in particular, they've kind of done like what Lost Ark did of roster levels and whatnot, and they've put it as a like a roster kind of arc kind of thing. So, like, basically, previously for, So for Lost Ark, they used to have roster levels, and, like, essentially, like, everything you do was based on your roster. Like, you can only do things once a week and stuff like that, based on your roster. And like if one of your toons did it, the other roster ability toons couldn't do it. Like for example, if you took on a world boss and killed a world boss, your roster couldn't do it either. Dude, I'm doing so much damage. I remember doing this on my toon that was like 430, and this was a bit of a chore. Holy shit, but like, your toon's like really high eye level, it's like fucking ZZZ, so easy. So yeah, this is what pretty much is. It's like an introduction to getting, like, rosters for WoW. So, like, also they have a shared bank system as well, and they also share reputations. Like, one of the biggest complaints is that these reputations weren't shared, like, amongst characters. So, like, if you wanted to get, like, exalted with, like, these guys, like, for example, this city, you would have to do it on, like, if you want to get onto another character and you've got to exalt it here, it doesn't carry over. So, yeah. You want it to carry over. There we go. So it's actually kind of funny because you fight yourself here. So I think this is the end of the quest. Yeah. Oh yeah, so that's warband. So we have a warband now, basically. So I think it's in here, you have a warband banked. I think they've disabled it because it's been very buggy. So yeah. Can you get rid of these because I don't need them anymore. And this too. What's that? Nightforged Steel? Oh, that's for Fingo. Yeah, that doesn't work. These are old shit. This is a long time ago. That's actually really good, the swim speed thing. Oh geez, they really nerfed the thingos. What's this for Mechagon ages ago? This used to be really good in PvP actually as well, this one. Sigil of Warning. This is all my old Azerite set that used to be, like, that still is really good on Battle for Azeroth Time Walking. This has the speed, this has this, like, basically, this is my speed set. There's certain things here that do have speed on it, because it's really good to have speed on certain things. I'm not sure if you can get anything else in particular for speed. So I do know you need this, like you need both of these for leveling. You got speed gems as well for leveling. Okay, what do I need to get? I think there's certain things I need to get in particular, but I don't think it's any of these. I think I've got everything I need on those things. Okay, go get the Swap Blaster. To be fair, I'm not trying to get big levels anyway. Actually, where do you get the Dalaran quest from? I flew past the Caverns of Time. Oh, so rare here. I've never seen the Infinite. be here as a rare. Anyways, let's get to Stormwind. Oh, it's Dragon Scale Expedition. Okay, never mind. I was sitting there going, what? I thought it was the guys here, but they're not. Yeah, that's why we got the weekly quests here. All the professions. He's always so easy because you could always like put the crap stuff on, and the crap stuff's very easy to get, and you just hand them in super quick. So what this thing has in particular, like this has specializations, so you can like do certain things for your specializations. And I think for here, oh yeah, we're done with chess pieces, awesome. So pretty much like I'm done with everything in particular. Now I just have to go back to leatherwork and discipline. Is that the ones you want to spend the most on first is always the armor pieces to get higher skill. So crafting's decent. Well, thanks for the follow, by the way. I'm not sure whether or not you can get access to warbands. I'm very sure you cannot at the moment. The bank stuff. Oh, it is all shared now. Thank God. I was gonna say because this is, I've got all of these in my warrior, so they've actually spread it. That's awesome. Because like I don't have these on my demon honor. So this is your warband bank, but you can't access it at the moment because. So what's happened is that apparently some people could have accessed it on their Pandarian remix character. And that means you can give items to your Pandarian remix character, which is obviously not intended for remix. Like, it's not intended for remix to have anything, basically. It doesn't really matter which one we upgrade, do we? No, it doesn't really matter too much. Can I get some worms? Yes, we can. Awesome. So I'm trying to figure out it. There was something that I need to upgrade of worms. I think it was the helm and the neck. Yep. 513. We're doing pretty good. Oh shit, Frogger's DM'd me, I didn't realize that. Okay, we're good. I think I'm happy at the moment because I was trying to get one Mythic Plus done. But dude, Mythic Plus feels like a lot easier in particular. Like, remember that shit run in particular that we did? We got a 2 chest on that run, which was interesting. Because normally you don't 2 chest stuff like that. Like, it's shocking when you do. Oh shit, Tikel? Oh, Tikel's probably doing... No? Oh, no, Tikel's good. I think that's Night Raid. I think Night Raid's doing raids. Playing Season. Oh, okay. I've been Celerant's getting all this shit up. Okay, I came back to WoW, and the first person who ganked me was Accelerant, okay? Accelerant's a great guy, okay? He's really good at PvP, but I don't think he realized it was me who he PvP'd. Or he's just basically saying like, yeah man, welcome back to WoW, by the way. Ooh, okay, we actually got some good shit out of that. That is really good. Oh, so you always get a lot of pet charms out from these guys. It's so weird. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, so basically there's like quests like warbands and whatnot. Oh shit. I'm gonna miss the city in Dragonflight, to be honest. Let's see if anyone's online that's doing Mythic Pluses. They need any help in particular. Before I head off. Nah, they're already in one. Both of them are doing Alderman, but they're in 2 different groups. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you guys for being here. And I'll probably be up with Path of Exile in about whenever.